Views and opinions shared by our guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of Nexstar or its team.
Well, for many of our neighbors, the dream of retirement has finally arrived, but crossing the finish line of your career is actually the starting line for a whole new kind of planning. So joining us today is George Fossing and Zach Jenkins from Northstar Financial and Retirement Planning. George, with so many folks relocating to Greenville, the big question that we hear a lot is, will my money last? I bet you've never heard that ever in your career.
Question. Yeah, fear of outliving your money.
Yes, I mean seriously, but we talk about longevity risk, but what does that actually look like in a real world plan for someone planning a 25 or 30-year retirement?
Yeah, we're living longer now, aren't we?
Yeah.
What we hear over and over is, I'm healthier than my parents. The big smoking and all that stuff seems to be gone. So you have to plan maybe not for 10 years, but up to 30 years of retirement. I mean, how many clients do we have where clients plus their parents are in their mid-90s?
Yes. Yeah.
And they say this over, I didn't think I'd be around this long, yet they are.
Right.
And you don't know who that's going to be.
And you don't live for free.
Yeah, you don't want to make living a nice long life a punishment because worrying about money, living your money, becoming a burden to the kids. So this is called proper planning. And the financial tools that are available out there to make sure this doesn't happen. But you have to be able to use all the resources out there that are available. The good news is there's a lot of new resources that really figured this out for us and implement them. And going out there, a lot of times we'll start with the retirement, we'll sit down with people, let's start with the end in mind. Let's make sure you don't run out of money.
Right.
Let's take a bucket of money and think long term.
So you start at the end and work your way.
Yeah, longevity protection, maybe deal with health care, and that's the paycheck money. And then you can start focusing on the playcheck money, which is, hey, we want to go on vacations, we want to do this, and build how much money we have left over. What we find out, people are usually surprised that there's a lot of money left over for playcheck money.
Oh.
So it's a good way to go.
That's a good surprise.
Yeah. But it's a good plan, taking taxes into account and things like that.
Getting rid of the boring stuff.
You've learned a lot over the past few years.
I've learned talking to y'all. Well, apparently, we've got some unique advantages here in South Carolina when it comes to taxes. So how does that play into all of this?
Well, one thing is the state doesn't tax Social Security. It's kind of neat.
Okay.
But you
that's a neat point.
Everything involved. Social Security had a little bit of a cost of living adjustment, which is favorable, but usually just kind of gets eaten up with the rising cost of Medicare premiums, because Medicare premiums also went up. But that's one thing to know or to be aware of.
Okay.
The other, when you turn 65, you get a special exemption associated with your primary residence. They call it a homestead exemption. So you can actually have the first $50,000 of estimated market value of your home excluded from taxes, so you get a little bit of a benefit there. And that's available to everybody, 65 and above.
At least a year, right?
Do you have to ask about that stuff, or does it just happen?
Yeah, I believe you need to contact the county to get the form.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to contact you, but I think you can contact them and they'll send you the form. You fill it out. Probably can do it online now, but you get a little bit of a break there.
Okay. You've talked too about this 4% rule. What does that mean? If it's under pressure, how should retirees be looking at their withdrawals?
That's a rate of withdrawal. So somebody's got $1 million, so you can safely take out $40,000 or 4% per year. To live off of. And you look at that, a lot of that's into IRAs for most people, so you got to pay taxes on that's ordinary income.
Every time you take it out?
$32,000 or something. So you look at it, it's kind of stinks.
Yeah.
You work that hard.
Well,
you get
if I want to take
out
out 40 a year, I want the full 40.
And you can do better than that. We show people, we have got my cousin's a client, she lives here in Taylor's, and retired as a nurse here in the area, and she's getting 7.5% consistently. It's a set dollar amount. Been with us a couple of years, just happy as a clam, because it's about $1,000 more a month that she thought she was going to get. So things like this, taking this into account, looking at this, and again, if it was just you wanting to do it, 4% would be the number. You work with professionals, we could show people how we can accomplish that rate of return.
And make it more. Okay, and this one, last one, and it's super specific, especially to people living in Greenville. Any local Greenville tips that maybe retirees often miss?
Hungry hours. The hungry hours
Oh,
where the food is
Yes.
special. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different things. We have people coming in. I'm being evasive because I don't know if I have the answer.
Right,
There's a lot. We need to ask our clients that.
Yeah, I'm saying that would
But
be a
I'm
good,
seriously, I live
yeah.
downtown, and we've probably got 4 or 5 couples in here that are clients of ours. We see them all over. They know what's going on.
Right.
Okay, so if you want to find out, let us know. We'll introduce you to our clients.
Yes,
And
the
it's so much-
ambassadors.
Yeah, we see them all the time.
It's not too expensive to register your golf cart and drive it around.
Yeah.
That's a perk.
Hey, there you go. See?
That's
You might not want to say that though.
Yeah,
They'll up the
I know
fee.
people have a love-hate with the golf cart
Yeah.
riding, but no, seriously, you are dealing. I ask these questions because you're dealing with people that live here, they've worked here for many, many decades, and know all the things. So thank you so
Thanks, Meg. Thanks for
much.
having
This
us.
is good stuff. If this, sounds like a message you want to explore more about and ask some of these questions, set up an appointment with George and Zach and the full team at Northstar Financial and Retirement Planning. The number is right there on your screen, 864-297-0762. Whether you moved here recently or you've been in the upstate for years, make sure your money is working as hard as you do. Pull out your phone now if you want to scan that QR code. That'll send you to a place you can get more information. Northstar Financial Retirement and Planning.